everyone, we're starting off a brand new video, so welcome back. I don't think I ended out the last video, so sorry about that. We're kind of just jumping into a new one, which is fine. It's a Wednesday, also kind of a random day to be starting off a video, but nonetheless, we're going to meet Sammy and Madeline this morning to have a little coffee catch up, take some pictures of our outfits. I have my new shoes in my bag that I'm going to be wearing with this kind of set, otherwise it would be really boring, but I'm so obsessed I can't wait to wear them. I'm also going to pass our billboard in a second. I'm not sure what you call this, if it's like a residency or something, but we've had this billboard over the corner, what's it called? Is it the corner deli? I don't know. Oh, it's La Esquina for years now, I think since I lived here. We're in the old neighborhood. Morning everyone, we're starting off today basically in the same neighborhood as I was yesterday. We can't see anything. We have a work from home day and our details meeting for our wedding later, but we're gonna get a coffee with Madeline first and try to retake photos of this outfit. Guys, I have Madeline here and we went into Cafe Paradiso, which was stunning and gorgeous, but it was very small compared to people's photos and videos online, but the coffee's amazing. So we kind of went off menu. What'd you get again? I got a cappuccino, very on menu. Okay, so you went off. I actually ordered something from the menu verbatim. I'm like, I went off menu. They had this like iced drink. It's like 48 degrees out, so like we didn't want to do an ice drink today. That's like really hard out. That's what they're known for. Yeah, they're known, apparently everything's like iced on their website, on their menu. So I basically just asked her if she could make the cold brew that has like vanilla and white chocolate shavings on top like into a latte, and they did, and it's so delicious. And I'm like almost done. I mean, I'm halfway done. I'm saying I'm almost done, but that's like pretty quick to drink a coffee for myself. But this is what we're wearing. I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys, but I have this, oh, there we go. I have a Cause sweater on and my Zara jeans that I don't shut up about. My new children, again, for the second day in a row, because the photos yesterday sucked. And Madeline hated hers too, so we're just back today and we're trying to do better. There's a huge truck coming, my bag's from Marquette, and yeah, okay, I'll talk to you guys at home. The strangest thing happened this morning. I was trying to find this pair of sunglasses that I haven't worn in a while, and I found them, and they were in a case in my closet where they belong, and just like kind of behind the sunglasses bin instead of being inside of it. And I go on my walk to the path, and I'm like not even like 100 feet down the sidewalk, and I notice that they're not in the case because I took them out to put them on. And so I come back, I had plenty of time to come back and then go to the path again. So I like really pictured this look wearing these particular sunglasses, and I couldn't find them. I came back upstairs and had no idea where they were. I was like, is someone playing a magic trick on me? And then I ended up just taking this pair, and I was like, whatever, like I'll just wear the oval pair. So yeah, it's like first world problems that I didn't love the oval shape compared to having this, oh, I just hit myself in the mouth. Having this more like casual style. I don't know, I feel like those definitely look better, but I just found them on top of the bar cabinet, like open and ready to go. And I'm like, was I so excited to wear them that I just had them out and I put the empty case in my bag? Who knows? But this is what I would have worn, and I feel like these are great. I actually just ordered a dupe, or I don't know if they're gonna be considered a dupe. I'll let you guys know when they come in, but they are a way more affordable. I actually don't even know if we sell this style anymore, but they're a more affordable pair of sunglasses with kind of the same shape. They're almost a Wayfarer, but a little bit, I don't know, modern, if that makes sense. And they're supposed to be coming in the next couple of days, so I'm excited for those. because I feel like they'll be a similar vibe. But I'm just glad that I found them because I don't even know what happened. But I'm gonna make some breakfast now. I've only had a coffee this morning. I knew if I made breakfast I was gonna be late, so I just skipped it, and I'm definitely feeling it. So I think we're gonna do hard-boiled eggs on sourdough because we have a loaf from when we left DC. We stopped at Tatai Bakery and picked up some bread and pastries and coffees and breakfast sandwiches and everything. I think I spent like 50 bucks in that establishment, which was a little bit frowned upon, but now we have this amazing bread and we still haven't finished it. So I think I'm gonna make some toast with that and get started on work. I've already changed my bun, my earrings, and my jeans today. And I think I need to return these glasses from Amazon because they usually look like Miu Miu dupes on some people, and on me, I feel like I look like DW from, I don't remember what movie or show that is. Is it Hey Arthur? Is that the show? No, Hey Arnold is a show, and then I think it's just Arthur and Friends. Is that what it is? I don't know. But they're a miss. For sure, and I was just gonna keep them because they were like $9 to wear as blue lights, but I want cute blue light glasses. So it's my lunch break. I am gonna go and grab Paulie's dry cleaning because his tuck shirt is in there and we need it for tomorrow, and we're leaving in the morning to go to Boston for a wedding, so I just want to grab that and make sure that he has it. And he wasn't gonna make it there after work because I'm actually picking him up from the train station to take him to our details meeting tonight, which is basically you go to the venue and you sort through every single aspect of the wedding, from linens to food, timeline, all of that fun stuff. And then we have to kind of like dissect our photographer's timeline because there are some pictures and things that I don't really value, and we need to switch some things around. So like I'm not really big into detail shots. We're gonna keep our like wedding invite, and we're gonna obviously have our wedding band, so I don't need to go crazy with like detail photos and like pictures of my dress without me in it. Like I just think that those certain things are just not really on my priority list, and I would rather have the photographers come later and spend more time at the venue like with the people in the photos than to have stuff like that. So just a few little things to change around, which is great. For lunch, I was just thinking about what I should go and get, but since I bought that pair of shoes this week, I am trying to eat leftovers only, and I remembered that we have pizza from our date night last night. So I'm gonna heat up a slice of that, which I'm actually really excited for. I love leftover pizza. I could eat it in a toaster oven, cold, microwaved. That's probably gross to some people, but I'm just not picky at all when it comes to one of my favorite foods. And then I'm gonna edit a YouTube video. I have like half of it left, and I just wanna get the whole thing done because I wanna post it this weekend, and I have no idea what our days are going to consist of when we're in Boston because Paulie's not in the wedding. He's an usher, but he doesn't have to be like with the groomsmen and doing all of that stuff throughout the day. So we'll be able to spend time together. And I've never been to Boston, so I'm also really excited for that. Honestly, I might just bring my camera and like play tourist and keep vlogging through the weekend because I think that would be fun. I've heard people say it's like a mini New York City and it's cleaner, so I'd be excited to see what that's about. But this is what I put on as my cozy work from home outfit. It's the same thing you guys saw me in before, but I switched into my Reformation jeans that are really soft and like the perfect amount of baggy. This is stuff I have to put away. And then my earrings, I changed to the Ring Concierge ones that I've been wearing honestly nonstop. I did not think I was going to wear these as much as I have, and I think I'm gonna wear them with the matching bangle for the wedding this weekend because I think my dress would look cute with silver accessories, which I never thought I would say like a year ago. But I'm gonna go pick up the dry cleaning and then get started on my YouTube work. Guys, it's 3:30 and I'm about to do something pretty savage and make a coffee right now because I know we're gonna have to power through this meeting that we're gonna have. I took my earrings out and I look kind of weird. And I just know that we're gonna need to power through and make lots of decisions, and so caffeine it is. The pumpkin spice flavored cold brew coffee concentrate. It's the longest name for a cold brew ever. We're gonna use a mini glass though because we don't want to go too crazy. I'm gonna admit something really geeky to you guys. I don't usually show the ice trays in these videos because I think the color is really ugly and obnoxious. So I typically just drop it in like that. Clear ice is so much cuter. The first time I was using it this season, I forgot that it was concentrate and I was like, wow, that looks really dark. You basically just do, I think it's like 1:1 for the ratio. It says it on here. Yeah, 1 part coffee to 2 parts milk or water. So I should have about like almost a full glass. I don't have too much milk left though. Do we see how I'm just like annoying and care about what things look like even when I'm making an afternoon coffee that like no one knows about? But this looks disgusting to me. So we're gonna try to mix it a little. Let's get our orange straw. Happy Halloween. Not gonna lie, this color actually looks pretty good. I think we had just enough milk. It's so delicious and spicy. I love it. And I think it's the perfect pick-me-up for this afternoon. I do kind of wish I had some simple syrup, but maybe I'll just drop a spoonful of sugar in there to just make it a little sweeter, because the Trader Joe's one is pretty like spicy. Like it's more spice than sweet for a pumpkin spice, and I actually really like that because then I can just add in as much sugar as I want. I also just love the crunch of sugar in a nice coffee. I never show PR on here unless it's insanely cute. Look at this little Prada hand cream. I don't know what this is for. I think it's just like part of the presentation, but it's this cute little triangle and I already used it. It smells delicious. The only thing is now what do I do with this? It says currently handling something. So I guess it's like a handbag, but it's, I don't know. Okay, latte count, we're at 2 so far. Okay, latte count is 3. Third one. Window boxes. Okay, I haven't chatted to you guys all day, but we are in Boston for a wedding. I think I mentioned that earlier in this vlog, and I just got ready. We had such an amazing day walking around the city, and it was my first time, so it was amazing. And we had stunning weather too, but this is what I'm wearing to the wedding. I have my ring concierge accessories, I have the bangle, and then the matching earrings. I also really love this glam situation. Maybe I can walk you guys through it at another time because I gotta be downstairs in 2 minutes. I'm meeting one of the girlfriends of Polly's friends downstairs for a glass of champagne before we get on the bus. But this dress is from Reformation. I'm so obsessed. This was something that I bought and I was like, I hope I hate it, but I love it, so I'm gonna keep it. Obviously I'm wearing it, and then I have on my Dior slingbacks, which ensure that the dress is the perfect length because I didn't have time to get it tailored either. That's like my worst trait ever, is not getting my dresses tailored in time for things, so I didn't even have to do that, but could have been really bad. But I'm going to head out now. I'm so excited. I love a good wedding, as you guys know, so I'm gonna head downstairs now. Morning, everyone. I feel like I look way worse than I feel. I actually feel fine. I went back a little bit earlier than Polly last night, so he's definitely a little bit more tired than I am, but sadly we are leaving Boston. We were only here for a couple of nights. But it was so fun and we had such a great day yesterday, as I told you guys. But we're packed up, ready to go. I have my Dagny Dover luggage and Land's End, like, huge tote. This thing fits so many things in it, and it has like little sections too. But I wanted to show you guys what I got at the little market. Like, there was a street market yesterday of like little vendors, and this girl, I'm such a sucker. This girl was like, oh yeah, like I hand make all of these like makeup bags. She like hand stitches them or hand sews them. And there was this one and one with blue flowers, and I already have one with blue flowers, so I got this one instead. But it's the perfect size. I don't have one that's like smaller like this that I could just put like makeup brushes or maybe just only my skincare routine. Polly was asking me how many of these I need, and I'm like, kind of a lot, because we need to have like sections for everything in our bags because it just makes it easier to find things. And my friend Megan, she's the one that has the company Monogram by Megan, and she does all of the custom makeup cases, and she travels with like 8 of them, but she knows exactly where everything is. She's like, my skincare is in the brown one, my makeup's in the white one, like all that kind of stuff. So I'm really glad that I got this one and supported a small business. Her company is called Mia Handmade, and she did have an Instagram handle there, so I'm gonna find it and tag it for you guys, or I'll put it up on the screen or something so that you guys can shop if you're interested. But how cute is that? And it's such a pretty gift too, like so unique. So I can't wait to use this. But I did just want to show you guys what I'm wearing in the car on the way home. I decided to like kind of dress up for the travel day. So this sweater is a really like, it's a thinner cashmere cable knit. I think it's from, it's a great question honestly. Do I not have a tag? That's crazy. I think it's from W Cashmere. And then this necklace is my C charm from Asher Miu, I think, yeah. And then these jeans are from YSL. I got them from a sample sale. Brown loafers, and we're gonna pop this Cause jacket over the top that I was wearing all day yesterday. And I got a couple of compliments by like complete strangers, and that usually just solidifies that I made the right purchase. So that was nice. But this is what I'm gonna wear in the car. Polly's just got a t-shirt and some Cezanne pants.
Cezanne pants.
Chico Feo, what is it?
Clark's moccasins, very nice. Very long laces though, you probably have to cut them, which I have not.
And where are your pants from?
Cezanne, that's what I said.
His favorite place on the planet to shop for clothes. Morning everyone. I haven't updated the vlog yet, but Madeline and I are in Soho. It's a stunning morning. We just grabbed coffees at La Cabra. Obviously I had to get a cardamom latte. I also got a cardamom bun that was not pictured, but I ate it in like 30 seconds, so I don't really know that we were gonna film it. I think I took a picture of it though, so I could insert that if you guys want to see a pastry. But we're going to the office today, and then I'm gonna be in Jersey for the rest of the week. So I was gonna do an outfit rundown, but this is not gonna work. I'm just wearing a gray sweater with black trousers and a brown bag, which I was kind of questioning this color combo at first, but I think we really like it, and Madeline encouraged me to wear this. So you can see all of the beautiful sunlight reflecting behind me, but then you can't see my face. So anyway, I guess we're continuing on this vlog because it's time to go to work. Nothing else to say. I finished work for the day, but I actually got reached out to by the APL team to come into the store next week, but since I'm going to be in Jersey, we're stopping by tonight. Literally have the entire store to myself, and Everything is so stunning in here. I don't even know what I'm gonna choose because I think I want to get a color. But you know the neutrals in me, like always, you know, I always want to go back to my roots. But I said I would get something colored and fun. But like that green pair is so cute. We're gonna have some issues. I was supposed to be in here for like 10 minutes and it's already been like 15. I'm so annoying. I literally want to try on one of these three. Also, this color is also really stunning. Like a mint green. And I loved this like inky blue color, but I feel like I'm not gonna reach for them. I mean, I do really love this, so maybe I'll decide between this one and then maybe the taupey color. Good morning, you guys. Today's Wednesday and I'm in the New Jersey office for work today, possibly tomorrow, and I just pulled into the parking lot. I'm about 15 minutes early, but that's perfect because I have not a stitch, oh my god, not a stitch of makeup on, and we need to fix that situation because I'm not going inside looking like this. But my coworker, I just passed him on the way in and rolled down the window and said good morning, and he's like, I brought bagels, and I'm like, wow, okay, that's gonna be incredible. We're gonna just do a quick little 5-minute situation. I have some NARS blush, Skin by Ella brow gel, and some Hourglass concealer because all of my other stuff is at home. Because when I was here on Monday for work, we kind of like stayed, what did I just drop? So after we got back from Boston, we stayed here into Monday because I had to be here for work on Monday, but then I drove back home because I had to be in the New York office yesterday. So I left all my stuff at home because we had a meeting with the rehearsal dinner or the restaurant that we're having the rehearsal dinner at. And if I went home first and then went there after, I would have been late. So I just left everything at home. We have the backups, but honestly, these are not backups. These are like some of my favorite products ever. I just only open one concealer at a time. And I've had this one for a while. So I'm gonna do this quick. We're gonna go work, we're gonna have a bagel, and then I think I'm gonna get a half sweet pumpkin spice latte because why not? It's October and the leaves are so pretty in the suburbs. Morning, guys. It's Thursday today. I did not expect to be in the city. I'm pretty sure yesterday in the car I told you that I was going to be in New Jersey for the remainder of the week, but I'm actually going to the New York office. I'm in Tribeca right now though. I just went and met Sophie and we took outfit photos. I put on a more work appropriate version of the outfit that I was wearing because I had on my micro shorts from Rumored and they were a little bit too tiny to wear to the office, but I'm literally about to walk on the cobblestone, so if the filming is super shaky, that's why. I was gonna grab a coffee at Maman before heading up to the office because I met Sophie there first, and I think she got like a seasonal drink and it looked delicious, but I'm not sure. I just feel bad because I think this vlog is all over the place, and usually I think we're a little bit less chaotic with the day-to-day events and I can usually stop and chat with you, but this entire thing has been like, hey, what's up? I'm getting coffee. Here's my outfit. Bye. And like, you're lucky if you get a good depiction of the outfit. So it's been like a little bit lower quality, but we're gonna pick it up because I have a full day. I'm also taking like a short form vlog today, so it makes it a little bit harder for me to do both, but we're gonna do that for you guys. It's actually stunning out. I'm so far south. I'm like by the Lincoln Tunnel. It's hilarious that that's the entrance. Oh, I'm by the Holland, never mind. But there's a Maman right around the corner, so I think we're gonna pop in. Okay, I lied. We were so close to Happier Grocery that I came in here instead, and we have like a seasonal latte. It's like a salted caramel that I'm really excited to try. Latte is insane. I'm so glad I spent $10 on it. supposed to be going to laneige and it's free, like all those types of brands event right now, and I took an Uber because they gave an Uber code and I took it to the wrong place. And I just saw a bunch of rats eating something in the park that I just walked through, so that was super cute, but I'm like a 5-minute walk away. Probably just gonna pop in and out there, which I feel rude for, but really trying to get home to like my parents' house tonight, and I wanted to be back by 9. It's 7:15 for reference, and I haven't eaten dinner. I just left the event and was seriously so overstimulated. The displays were so cool. I obviously took a ton of clips of everything, and I ended up seeing Ian, who is signed to the same agency as me. I haven't seen him in like probably 4 or 5 months, so that was great, but I need to get my butt home to Hoboken and pack the rest of my stuff to go home tonight. And also pick up sushi on the way because I've been eating. Storage was full, but I was saying that I need to get my butt home because I'm starting to look pretty dusty and just run down after such a long day. Good morning, everyone. I just got a nice big cold brew to start out this week. Today is Monday, and I'm gonna be in New Jersey at our New Jersey office for the next 2 weeks leading up to my wedding. So I'm here every 6 months for 2 weeks. It's a project that my team and I run, and I'm basically gonna be in a dirty, dusty warehouse for 2 weeks. And I had to come back home this morning because I forgot my phone at my parents' house yesterday. We were here over the weekend for my shower, and I didn't get to show you guys anything about like my shower look or the outfit or anything like that. I was wearing my wedding shoes actually, so you guys saw those in the last vlog, but my sister had to take my camera to the venue to take like videos and pictures of everything when they were setting up, so I didn't have my camera when I was getting ready. But I'll insert a photo of the full look and also of a couple of the other details. It was basically like Tuscan themed, and my sisters and my mom did such a beautiful job. They were like afraid that I was gonna think that, I don't know, they think that I'm pickier than I am, but I just, if someone is taking the time and effort out of their day to put something together for me, like, I'm gonna love it. It could be like Disney World theme and I'd be like, that's incredible. So yeah, it was such a fun day. It wasn't too, ooh, I got a Biscoff cookie flavor today, and that's I feel like this place never fails. But like, I gotta watch the sugar intake over the next couple of weeks because of my skin. Which, speaking of, I did end up getting this Magic Molecule skin spray. Someone actually recommended this to me. I went to a Verge Girl dinner for the last time I was doing warehouse projects, and this was 6 months ago. And I was sitting next to a model. I literally don't even know how I got invited to this event. Like, there were people who were like super high end, whatever. And she was like, yeah, I travel all the time and I swear by this stuff. Like, it makes sure that like any bacteria on my face gets killed, and then I don't like show up to jobs with like breakouts and things like that. I decided to get that just to kind of like pull out all of the stops because I'm not getting a facial before the wedding. So I'm gonna use that, and hopefully it helps to preserve my skin over the next 2 weeks. But it's a beautiful fall day. The foliage is shining. I am going to be driving into the office. It's about 20 minutes each way every day, which is the quickest commute ever. If anyone's been here since 2021, I think that's when I stopped commuting. 2021, I lived at my parents' house. That was like really early on in my channel, but I lived at my parents' house and I was driving to this office, which was a 20-minute commute. I would go in at 7 o'clock, get there at 7:30, and then leave at 4:30 because we had like a flexible schedule with if you got there earlier, you got to leave earlier. And it's a really nice drive. So there's never any traffic. I can kind of just like flow all the way there. I have my phone now. I drove in silence on the way from Hoboken back home because I only had my work phone, and I wasn't gonna go through the trouble of like setting it up on CarPlay. I don't have any apps on there, and I think you have to like get permission to download like Spotify, for example. So I was just in silence, which is okay. And I also bought my chargers so we could charge this baby up because she's at 13%. But on the way, I think I'll just listen to a YouTube video. That's the other thing. It was so nice. I actually went bowling yesterday with my team. We did like a little thing for my coworker, and I didn't have my phone. I only had my work phone for like directions and things. It was so nice to not check my apps. I feel like texting my friends and my family are the only things that I missed. Okay, there aren't any new vlogs out, which is kind of disappointing. Wait, how's that possible? This works. Good morning. It's Wednesday, and I'm actually kind of surprised that I have this much energy considering that yesterday was pretty, I don't know, manual labor heavy. I guess we'll just call it that. I'm trying to find my sunglasses. Oh, they're not even in my bag. I am trying to film an ad this morning because what do I do better than try to film something in a timely manner, and it just ends up not going to plan, which is fine. Like, it was basically because I had my shower and my sisters were not available to take my photos, and I didn't even kind of want to ask because they were so busy with like last minute things for my shower this past weekend. And so I literally didn't even ask them, and I was like, I'll just get it done at some point. But like, what is some point? Because I just went to Tate this morning and filmed a couple of clips myself, and then now I'm outside of this wall that if you guys know what this wall is, it means you've been around on the channel for probably like 4 or 5 years. I used to take not every photo, but there's this, and then across the street behind me there are more spots, but like this was the only like city looking wall I could find. It's an old bank that's in a town that's near where I live, but actually this is where my sister got married. When I was shooting here, I didn't even know it was a wedding venue, but like this whole, like these windows and stuff, that's like one big huge wedding venue. So I need to take a couple of clips out here, and then I think we'll be good to go. It's just gonna be a short video because I was actually supposed to shoot photos, and because I asked my mom if she could take my pictures, but she's working these next few days, and the only other time I'm gonna have someone to take them / like in New York City is on Saturday when I'm back from like being in New Jersey for work, and Saturday is October 31st, and this has to go live in October. So the amount of times I sneeze because I'm just around dust all day. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I feel like I haven't been caught in a pickle like this in a while. I've been sending in all of my jobs early, not just on time, but early. But the sweaters for the partnership were actually delayed. So it was a kind of like a perfect storm situation where they came later, and then I got ran into 2 weeks in a warehouse in New Jersey plus my wedding. So that's where I'm at right now. But I got what did I get? Tahini pumpkin latte. Kind of just tastes like pumpkin spice, but okay, there's no cars coming. I think I should film this really quickly. I actually just crossed when I shouldn't have and almost got hit by a car, so I think we're cutting our losses. Hopefully I have enough footage for this video, but I'm going to head to work now. I actually don't even know how far it is. That's like Okay, 35 minutes. That's fine. I'm gonna get there at 8:30. We start at 9. Why is there so much traffic? I feel like I want to go back the way that I came because it's just more of a scenic drive, like all of the trees and everything like that. So that's like a picky reason, but it's only 1 minute longer. And I'm listening to a podcast right now, so I think that should be fine. I'm gonna wipe off this glam because I'm not gonna go into the warehouse with a full lip on. And I have like no mascara on. I tried to film a clip in Tate and I look like a sleepy, tired, pale zombie. And I was like, none of those words are the vibe for today. So yeah, we're gonna cut those out. But I hope you guys are enjoying these mornings together. I ordered our cake yesterday and tried to get in touch with the Day of Stationery people, but they didn't answer, so I left a message. I feel very adult leaving a message. I feel like no one does that nowadays. Maybe it's just me. So hopefully we'll get that squared away today, and then I have like tiny last minute things to do, and then we should be all set. Hi guys, we're back in Hoboken. I am sitting here with a cup of coffee from our new coffee maker. We got the Breville drip coffee and then the Breville Bambino espresso maker for my shower. And it was actually really fun to get all of these like household adult items just because everything we had in our kitchen was from Amazon basically, and just to kind of get us by when we moved in together. So that's been really fun. But I just put a question box on my Instagram for a wedding Q&A, so I think I'm gonna do that in the next video. We are a week away from the wedding, so the next video is gonna be, I think, this Q&A and also the day of me getting ready for the wedding, which makes me tear up, which is so annoying because I just want to get through it and talk about it without crying for once. But we're getting really, really close, and we're emailing daily with our day of coordinator and getting all the details settled, which has been fine so far. But I just wanted to put a Q&A just in case anyone had any questions that they wanted to ask, and I'll go through all of those in the next video. But I actually had a section of this video from when I was going to work one of the mornings, but that section got deleted because my memory card has been giving me some problems. So I actually have to get a new one when I go home because I'm not gonna worry about it for like the day before and the day of the wedding. I want to be able to have all of my equipment working properly and make sure I can capture every single thing from the day. And so I'm gonna grab a new one when I get home because this entire thing got deleted. But what I wanted to chat about quickly with you guys before I think we'll end out this video with some marathon clips. I think that would be fun because the energy in the city is so incredible. And we're going to Muggs Ale's house, which is where we went last year. Paulie goes every year with his friends, and it's in Brooklyn, and it's a really, really cool old bar. I'm not drinking 3 weeks, or we had a wedding, and then from then on I'm not drinking leading up to the wedding just because I want to feel my best and not be like puffy or whatever. So I'm still gonna go to the bar, and then one of our friends is running the marathon, so we have like a little after party situation with her, so it's gonna be really fun. I'll take you guys along to that, and that's kind of how we'll end it out. But I wanted to share some of the ways that I save money, because when I was living in the most, I don't know if New York is the most expensive city in the world, but it's definitely up there, and I was still able to save while I lived there for 3 years. And it sounds impossible. Also, I mean, obviously everyone's situation is different with the amount of money that you make, but when I was first living there, I definitely was not making enough money to live there, and I still had savings, and people were like confused as to how that's possible. Just as a little background, I grew up in a house with my mother running the finances, and she has an accounting degree. So my parents both came from really, really humble backgrounds. They've worked really, really hard and given us everything and more that we could ever dream of. But because they came from kind of similar challenges growing up with finances and things like that, and just not having a lot, they both are incredible at saving, and my mom has kind of, I was gonna say instilled it, but she kind of forced it upon us, if I'm being honest. And not everyone has that. I'm really, really grateful for that. When I was 13 and started working, I was allowed to keep $5 from my paycheck. Not that it was a lot. It was maybe like $100 or $150 after 2 weeks. And I kept $5 and the rest of it went into the bank. And I was like, what is this magical bank? Because I didn't have the statements, didn't know how much money was in there. And every single birthday money that we got and every job that we worked, aside from the $5 or $10 that we got, I think it was like $10 by the time I was graduating high school, it all went into this account, and now I have an investment account that has plenty of savings for me, which was really nice going into New York City. It was really just a blessing that she had raised us this way, so I just have to acknowledge that first, because obviously that's a very unique situation. So this is what I've learned from my mom or from other people who have like talked about savings. It's not talked about enough in my opinion. So you come to my channel for fashion advice and maybe if you're trying to inject newness into your wardrobe and shift things around, and I love that. But there is also something so important when it comes to consumerism, is to talk about saving. I've learned a lot, especially since I'm in the phase of life now where I'm trying to save for a house, which is near impossible for the neighborhoods that we want to live in and the towns that we want to live in and being close to family and all of that. So I just want to share with you guys like what I've been doing for the past 5 years, I would say, and it has been a huge payoff for me. So the first one is a percentage rule, super easy. I think I pulled this up on Google. Okay, so if you look this up anywhere, it's called the budget rule. And so it's percentages of your salary. So it's after tax, whatever you get into your bank account every 2 weeks, every week, whatever it is. So 50% of your savings is going to your needs. That's, you know, your rent, your car payment, groceries, things like that. And then 30% is going toward wants. I have to say, I feel like 30% is pretty generous. I think that in the United States, we spend probably more than 30% because of the way that we are taught and the way that we are fed consumerism. It is telling us that every 5 seconds we need to buy something new, something pops up, and you know, Instagram is so well curated to know what types of products you want to buy. And so they're coming after you, and it doesn't make it easy to say no. So 30% only should be going toward wants, but I'm assuming for most people it's probably higher than that. And then 20% is supposed to go towards savings. And I've seen other ones that say 10%. So if we're talking about 10 to 20%, that is the second step of this percentage rule, is that percentage that you're supposed to save needs to be an automatic transfer to your savings account. You set it up in your app. It's super easy. It goes to your savings and you don't touch it. And so my mentality with it is whatever's in my savings is out of sight, out of mind. And sometimes it is, because I transfer any amount to my investment account all the time, because if it's in a savings account, it's not really making you any money at all. You can transfer it to a high yield savings account if you don't have someone who's managing your money, because that's not like accessible to everybody. Try not to leave your money in like a normal savings account, because it'll make like $1 and that's if you have a lot in there. But basically you use the percentage rule. Whatever you transfer to savings, you do not touch. That is like my biggest rule ever. I've gotten into a couple of situations where I've had to like transfer money to pay off a credit card bill or something like that, but for the most part, I think I've done that maybe 5 times in the last 5 years. The next one is do not use Klarna and Afterpay. And I know that sounds like tough love, but when they came out with these payment plans, I was like, I cannot believe that they're marketing this as like, it's an amazing thing. You don't have to pay for everything upright. You can like buy a $200 shirt off of Revolve and you don't have to actually pay $200. You could pay $30 a month. Why did we ever think that that was a good idea? Like as a consumer, why would I be like, oh, I can't afford it now, so I'm just gonna pay $30 a month? No, that is the next rule. If you cannot afford it, if you cannot afford 2 of them, you should not be buying it. And this is like, you need to be honest with yourself. You need to look at your bank account, which we'll talk about in a second. But rule number 2 is no Klarna and no Afterpay. It is such a ploy to get you to buy stuff that you cannot afford, which leads to debt. And that's as simple as it is. And by the way, with these rules and when it comes to your savings and finances, I think that it's so important that there is no refuting any of these rules. Like if you have to adjust the percentages, that's one thing, but you should be saving something every month. You should be depriving yourself of wants if you have to, so that you can save. I think that's information that like no one wants to say because they're afraid to offend people, but like I'm not, and this is my opinion, and I think that this is the right answer and the only answer. So just saying that, I never really take like a hard stance on things, but this is like something that I'm really passionate about and serious about. So the next one is look at your bank account. And I see this said so many times, and I don't think it's said enough. I will fully be like, oh, I just spent $300 at Zara. I just got a top at Mango, and I went to my friend's birthday dinner and it was $100 a person. And be like, oh my gosh, I don't I don't want to know what the total is. Like I have this idea in my head, but I don't want to look at my bank account. You have to look. You need to face the facts. You need to understand that if you're over budget for the month, that you need to like cold turkey stop spending on your wants. And if you're unaware, you're just going to keep going because you think in your head you have this certain number. Let's say you think it's $300, but it's actually $800. Like that's a problem. You have to look at your bank account. I would suggest once a week to start out if you don't do it. Daily, I feel like you're going to develop like some really obsessive habits, but I would look once a week, make sure you know where you are for the month. It's really hard, I'm not gonna lie, but it must be done if we're gonna be saving. And the last one that I have, I told you that this was gonna be short, is to think about a purchase for 24 hours. I always do this. I almost bought a Guinness tea. I love Guinness, if anyone doesn't know, like the beer. A cozy little Guinness in the fall, like it's my favorite thing ever. And I almost bought a Guinness t-shirt off of Abercrombie because I got served an Instagram ad and I was like, oh, I know their t-shirts are so soft. I love Guinness. Am I gonna wear a Guinness t-shirt? Like, no. And so I was like seeing it and I was like, oh, if it's on this ad, it's probably gonna sell out like within the next couple of days and I wanna get my size and blah, blah, blah. I was like adding it to cart, saw that there was a shipping charge, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait and see if I actually want it tomorrow. And I didn't. So even though it was like $38 or $36, whatever it was, I did not need to spend that money. And that's one last thing that I'll leave with you guys is every little bit adds up to a lot. I'm not saying, my mom always says like count the pennies and the dollars will count themselves or something. I'm definitely saying that wrong. But it's basically saying like keep track of the small things because then it will add up to big things. And I think that's another thing that is a huge misconception is like, oh, like I'm only spending $30 on this one thing, or I'm only spending $15 on this one thing. All of that will compound and add up and it does deplete your savings. So yeah, those are my tips for saving. I hope you guys found this really helpful and you know, hopefully it encourages you to even like start a little bit. So if you don't save at all right now and you want to start with 10%, get that automatic deposit into your savings. One more thing is that this might be super inconvenient to some people, but automatic payments to my credit card are off. And I know that some people are afraid of that because you can maybe like miss a payment and it'll affect your credit score. But if I'm being honest, my credit score is over 780 points. Like I've never had a problem and I'm a very forgetful person. I basically just put an alarm in my phone that says like 5 days before the bill is due that I pay the credit card bill. The reason I do this is because again, it's another way for you to not look at your bank account, which we cannot be doing. So you need to know how much you're paying out of your bank account to your statement when it is due. I despise automatic payments. It's for convenience because we lead such busy lives. But at the end of the day, it's kind of causing you to have less visibility on what you're spending. So every month I will have that notification go off. I'll go into my account, see all of the expenses and be like, if it's really high, I'm like, what the heck was that about? If it's low, I'm like, good job. And yeah, you really need to like congratulate yourself. But that's really all I'm gonna say. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Like I mentioned, it would be such a dream of mine to kind of take you guys along with me on this saving journey and help you achieve, you know, certain goals that you want, whether you're saving for a house, whether you want to have another kid, whether, you know, you're saving for, I don't know, a trip or something like that. I want to encourage you guys I literally have chills. I feel like so sentimental about this, but you guys are so important to me and I want everyone to be successful and I hope that this helps you guys at least a little bit. And yeah, so we're gonna have a fun day in the city to end out this vlog. So I'll thank you guys now for watching. I have been neglecting ending off the vlogs lately and I don't know if I'm just like feeling more sentimental because I'm about to like enter a new chapter of my life, but I'm really so grateful for all of you guys. I'm so blessed to have this audience and I feel like, I don't know.